Let's see. That looks like a good volume. So, we're back. One of the main things that I realized was that the game volume was entirely too loud. So we're gonna fix that. I've already fixed it. I'm looking at OBS and it seems like my voice is now significantly louder than the music, which is good. And there won't be any detonations of creepers. So, we're gonna do this again. And away we go. So, what you should be aware of is that that first video is still up as a pilot. If you wish to watch it, do so at your own risk. Other than that, the mod list is coming. I will do it eventually, if not in this video, but later. It is 93 mods long. Now, some of you may think that that's a pitiful number of mods, but keep in mind, I cannot just copy and paste them. I have to write them all, and some of them are quite long in the name. Other than that, same goals as last time. We're going to build a house, set up basic tools, maybe get a bed, maybe if we can get our first bits of andesite alloy and maybe a press. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that much iron to begin with because that's a whole block, but yeah, we'll start create things because that's a pretty good early game thing to start because it's just rocks and wood. There is no real goal in this mod pack besides completing every mod, so I suppose that's the long-term goal. Another thing I'm going to try to do better about is keeping up an active commentary. I know last time I spent long stretches of time not speaking, so that might help. And also editing. I didn't have an editing software, but now I do. And like last time, it will be a slideshow to begin with, so please be patient. In various points throughout the video, you may see messages from future Justin. Future Justin can be somewhat snarky, so please take whatever he says with a grain of salt. Future Justin is also my editor. If you have any complaints, please forward them to Future Justin. Now, the day counter says day 0, but this is really day 1. And looks like we've spawned on a stony beach with a nice mountain range in the background. Got some kelp. This is a good spawn. And I already see some coal. So we're just going to take a look around, let things load. Yes. This can work. The slideshow. I am going to miss the wonderful spruce wood from last world. But it cannot be helped. It appears I have just punched down a nut tree. Anybody who makes a joke about that will be sent to the Shadow Realm. Oh, onions. We have early food, along with all the nut trees, of which there are very many. Onions are a fairly important ingredient in a lot of foods, so getting them early is nice. I'll also be on the lookout, among other things, rice, tomatoes, potatoes, and carrots. Jesus, that's a lot of blue flowers. I am hoping to find some real trees soon. In the meantime, let us make some nut planks, which are green for some reason. There we go. Now we'll go up this little pass up ahead. Appears there's quite a bit of snow, but no spruce. Spruce without snow is not okay. That may come in handy later. I just hope I don't step in any powdered snow. I think I might stick close to the stony beach. They tend to have a lot of good resources in them. Now, the red dots on my minimap are enemies. In the last video I mentioned that I am rather terrified of Wilden hunters. Now, some of you may think I'm a bitch, but here's the reality. They're very fast, have a lot of health, and do a lot of damage. And to one who is unarmored and unprotected, it is terrifying. So please keep that in mind when you're writing your snarky comments stating that I should just get good at the game. I'd say this is a pretty good spot to set up shop. Keep in mind that eating raw nuts in the real world does not give you nausea. Eat nuts, everybody. They're nutritious. I wonder if I need to cook them. If I do, I do. I love not being able to see. No, I will not stop eating the toxic nuts. Is that another nut tree? I sure hope so, because I'm almost out of nuts. Oh, shame. Just a normal tree. Hey look, some food that won't try to kill me. Ooh, boy. It's really doing a number on me. I'm sure I'll be fine. Of course, officer, I am a pro gamer. No, officer, there is not weed in my trunk. As we make our way back to Stoner Beach, please make sure to fasten your seatbelts. What I am making are Tinker's tools. As part of Tinker's construct, they are a better way to make tools, because you don't have to go through the lengthy process of enchanting, because they are replaced by modifiers which are made with basic materials. Now, as you can see, the sun is currently going down. This is not a good thing, because I am currently completely unprotected. Unlike last time. In fact, I yearn for the times where I had a house by the time the sun was going down. In the meantime, time to dig a hole. And future Justin will just have to edit this away. Go on. Do it. Well, night's almost over. And I am in a hole. As you can see, it's quite cramped in here. But that's fine. As long as we stick together, we can do anything. Right? Framing. Oh, there's a lot of baddies in that direction. I suppose this could make for a handy basement, so let's dig it out a little. Something else that this mod pack has is copper armor and tools. As you can probably imagine, I will not be using the tools, but I will be using the armor. The reason for this is because the armor is almost as good as iron, and it's made of copper, which makes it much cheaper, and in my opinion, better. Anyway, I do believe we might want to make some furnaces. That'll do. Now, I said I was going to start with create. I lied. The reason why I'm not going to start with create is because I would like to start making coal coke. No, I do not mean the drug. I mean the fuel. The reason why will become apparent soon. Each coal smelts 8 items. Which is good. It lets me math out how much coal I need to use to smelt a stack of items. But a problem arises when I use up all my coal on frivolous things. So, what I'm going to do is I'm first going to get more cobblestone so I can repair my tools. And then I'm going to go get some sand and clay to make coke bricks. This stuff you see here is voltaic seagrass. And as you can see, it has a nasty habit of killing the local fish population. Which I'm fine with, because that means I don't have to fish. I can just swim and pick up all the corpses. Which can be made into delicious victuals via the mod. Oh, Farmer's Delight. Thank you, brain, for making me look dumb. Now, the only problem is that I will need 2 iron to activate the furnace, because it needs an engineer's hammer to create the multi-block, which is from immersive engineering. It requires 2 sticks, 2 iron ingots, and a string. So I'm hoping that this iron here is 2 iron, not just the 1. That's going to take too long. Yes. Two iron. Perfect. Now I just need some string. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start farming. There are going to be so many jokes made, because I'm about to start farming hemp. And before YouTube demonetizes me, I mean industrial hemp, the kind used to make rope. For those of you who are disappointed by the fact that I'm not growing weed, you should probably have that checked. There we go. Industrial hemp seeds. Don't ask me why it comes from grass. I couldn't tell you. But this will be string eventually, because industrial hemp can be harvested to get industrial fiber. Industrial plant fiber can then be turned into string. I need 3 fiber per string, and it's not the most efficient thing in the world, but it will do for now. Yes, I just ran by my farm. Of course I did. There we go. Now I've got 6 seeds. And I suppose I'll plant some wheat seeds while I'm at it. Now, is there any way for me to transport water without iron? Perhaps out of copper? Okay, let's try a copper cup. I don't know if that will let me move fluids, but it's worth a try. There's our fiber. If we just do this, gets us 1 string, 2 iron, and 2 sticks, and 2 iron. Gets you the engineer's hammer. Now, it is getting dark again, but first we're going to make the copper cup, and then we're going to make helmet, leggings, boots, and a chest plate. Oh, this is just a copper bucket. Nice. Although it is hole time again, so another wonderful section for future Justin to edit out. Good night, everybody. So we need 12 clay balls per layer. So we need 36 clay balls and 36 bricks. Each brick is a clay ball. So that means in total we actually need 72 clay balls. Alright, let's get swimming. not before we eat something, because we are starving to death. Woo! Get a hoe. So put our water over in the farm. Okay, now that that's in order, we can go. Okay, that is enough clay for now. Now let's just head back. Grabbing some more fish on the way. Looking spiffy. And this should last us for a pretty long while. While we're waiting for that, we might as well go around and see if we can find any more iron on this beach. Because there are some things that you cannot replace with copper. Not the least of which is andesite alloy, which requires iron. And or zinc, but I'm not going to waste a non-renewable resource on something that I will need a lot of. Oh, there's some iron. I think it's just the one though. Yep. Come here, chicken. Looking for sheep because I would like to sleep tonight. Oh no. Oh. This is why I hate snow biomes. The reason why I want iron, by the way, is because to make anything with... Well, actually, I take it back. And the reason why is because I technically don't. Right now, I can start with a very basic setup. I just need to break that out real quick. And if I just grab some of these logs... I won't be able to make a skillet, but what I could make is a campfire, which I know isn't exactly as good as a stove, but it's still a heat source. And if I just grab some copper, I think I might be able to make a cooking pot from Miner's Delight, which is, yes, the copper pot, which requires, I suppose I should just make another copper cup. A wooden shovel. Some recipes are locked if you select the copper pot. The reason being is that the copper pot has less cooking slots. That being said, it's cheaper and can make most things pretty easily. So I will just put that there. You see it's now suspended over that, and I've got some delectable things here. I am missing some stuff, but for now, this will do. What am I doing? Pardon my French people, but I am going underground. And yet another night spent in the pit. Good night, folks. would actually like his bones. No, no bones. Oh well. Anyway, now we have all the bricks we need. So we just do this, this, and this. 27 coke bricks. And we don't actually need any additional fuel besides just throwing coal in there. Now, coal coke is more than just better fuel. An important other aspect of coal coke is that it is the only thing that can be made into steel, used to make steel, rather. Without steel, you cannot progress into, into immersive engineering. And if you can't progress into immersive engineering, I can't complete the mod. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to get ourselves a bit more clay and a lot more sand and gravel. And the reason why we're going to do this is because we're going to make a tinker's furnace. But tinker's furnaces require grout. What is grout? Glad you asked. It is a mixture of sand, gravel, and clay, which can be used to make seared bricks. Seared bricks are used to make pretty much everything in a tinker's furnace. Without seared bricks, you cannot progress in Tinker's construct. Pop up here. I'll get you eventually. Ow. Suppose it might be prudent to make at least one batch of grout. There are two crafting recipes. One is more efficient than the other. The one I am employing creates 8 grout, and the other one uses clay balls. Well, actually, I suppose it isn't technically more efficient. It just, you can make more of it at once that way. And then all you have to do is smelt it. Look, we've already got 2 coal coke. Now, these 2 coal coke will actually smelt half a stack of grout. I'm getting enough string for a bed. Check it. How do you people feel about being able to just sleep through a night? Because I'll say that I am quite excited. If we can just put this in the pit, we'll be able to sleep finally. Now, you may have seen something there. This is creosote oil. It is produced every time you make coal coke. Now, it does get annoying because you have to clear it out every time you make too much of it, but it's important because it's used to make the treated planks. So right now we're going to begin just by making this a seared heater. Grab some sand. We also need a casting basin, table, and spouts. I'm going to set this up over here. We need our heater, casting table, and spouts. Time for bed. Right after we get the fuel gauge, now we're going to go bed first. There we go. I think we're going to wrap up soon. But for now, we're just going to grab some seared brick. Throw this here. Seared melter. And now we can melt ore. You take 3 ore, it's currently not fueled, but if we were to fuel it with, let's say, some planks, you could say make 4 ingots of copper. For every 3 ore you put into a tinker's melter, whatever it be, a smeltery, melting, or foundry, you get an extra ingot. And this here is the smeltery controller, which we will place here. But for now, I think this will be a good place to wrap it up. We've gotten a few things set up, not the least of which is the coke oven, the basic meltery, and some basic cooking. But signing off, until next time, stay real, folks. Oh, silly me. You could like and subscribe. As you may have heard multiple times, it's completely free and helps out the channel a ton. You wouldn't not subscribe, would you?